Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing life science, no, life orientation, uh, term one work. So we are on week six. We are on week six under the topic of study skills, and on which we are going to focus on these bullets which we should take into account in order to be more relevant to the exam. I'm sorry for that. So this is what you must know under the topic of study skills. I know you've been doing them since grade 10, grade 9 in life orientation. Even in here in grade 12, you are still going to be doing them, study skills. So the bullet number 1 says develop a study plan to ensure obtaining national senior certificate. Revise your own study skill, strategy, study time, study styles, and time management and examination writing skills, of which is reading the question, plan to respond, answer the question, and etc. So this is what you are expected to know under the study skills week 6. So let me explain this briefly. So they say you must develop a study plan. This actually teaches you to develop your own study plan, and they again say that revise your own study skills. But obviously you should know these concepts: what is study skills, what is study strategy, what is study styles, time management, what is time management, and examination study writing skills. So we're going to check on the concept which we should know under this chapter. Under this chapter, definition of concepts, you must know definition of what is a study skill, required pre-knowledge. You must know what is a study skill, and do not undermine this. Do not undermine these concepts. They bring anything in life orientation. The question will not repeat in years there. So the previous question paper will never be the same as the recent one at the present one. So be aware of that, to know that they can bring anything. You should know all these concepts: your study strategy, your study style, and know what is, they can say, evaluate examination writing skills. I'm so sorry for the background sound. So there's another concept of entrepreneurship, but this one we're going to be doing them in week 8. So don't stress much about it. Just know that we should know all these ones. We're expected to know study skills, study strategy, study styles, examination writing skills. Yeah, these are the concepts, the definition concept that we must know. So let's get deeper into it. So this is your this is your study skills. So I know we come across in the book there are a lot of information, but some of the knowledge you must have the prior knowledge unknown. You just have to know them. What is same as this one? What is an assessment? The continuous process of gathering information. You know, assessment, the assessment that they give you in the school, assessment like your exams, tests, your homeworks, those are your assessments. So one can ask the question, they may ask the question, then what is evaluate the importance of assessments. So you must give them, or maybe they can ask question in different ways, but you must be familiar with your notes. And even though if you can explain it them, you can explain them in your ways, it's fine. So it helps one to identify how to cope with the new knowledge. This is the importance of assessment. It is an opportunity to enhance or improve one's growth and development. It allows one to monitor progress, yeah, to monitor your progress, to know how did you work. Let's say they give you test today for maths, then they maybe say that you got 45 out of 50, then the next one you get 48, the other one you get 50 out of 50. You see that, okay, I'm improving. So this is the importance of the assessment. They're talking about every assessment starting from January to your November. So it gives you feedback. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Gives you feedback. So yeah, that's the importance of assessments. So we said that identify content, knowledge, give you an opportunity to enhance into a new knowledge and growth to the development. It helps you to monitor what progress and gives you feedback on how you worked. So we have types of assessments, which is formal and informal. So you must know that something that is informal means that it is not that important. Something that is formal, it is important. So let's see, these ones, they are not that important. You must just know them for knowledge sake. Informal assessments are non-standardized, no scores, they do not contribute to your reports marks, to your final marks, to your grades. They just give you a feedback on how you are working, how you are coping with new information, and also no comparing to other students. This is very much important. Observing observing and interviewing, normal classroom environment. Yeah, so let's get to the formal ones. Formal assessment, these ones are very much important, unlike those class tests, unlike those homeworks and other stuff. These ones are your assignments. They contribute a lot in your SPA mark. You must know that for life orientation, in order for you to pass this life orientation, you must work starting from January in term one, because they accumulate out of 400 marks. So your final examination contribute only 20%. You see that you should not be lazy to study LO or put an effort on it during the year. When they say dance, you must dance. Anything they say that you should do not serve your life orientation teacher actually. So you must know that your junior March, those assessments, project researches, they contribute a lot to your marks. So just be aware of that. You cannot be serious at the end of the all things. Yeah. So your formal assessments, just giving you brotherly advice. So your informal assessments are standardized tests from districts, from your provincial, national. Score are considered. They put them in your mark sheet. Yeah, these are things that you know, man. Like, LO is something that you know. Life orientation is something that you are familiar with. So these are your things. Uh, Summative tests. I do not take notes on these ones. This one are just prior knowledge that you know could go beyond normal class or environment, like testing faculties. Yeah, that's your assessment. So important concepts are these ones. So on these ones, we have seen from the start of the video that in your ATP they've mentioned them: your studies skills, your study strategy, your study styles. So this, I want to give you a difference between these things, because a lot of students misunderstand these things. Study skills helps to make the best learning experience, essential to select information when overwhelmed with various informations. You know what? Study skills are skills that can be learned to enhance one potential, right? Skills like concentration, draw, taking notebooks, doing summaries, and all the stuff. So these are the skills that someone learns in order to do what? To acquire knowledge. I can learn to learn to concentrate during the class. That's the skill that I use. So this is your study skills. You do not need to cram them, you just have to know them. So let's go to study strategy. Study strategy, right? A strategy is to finding a way to approach something, is to find a best way in which you can use to be successful in something. So different approaches, ways of learning, that's your strategy. Study strategy is different ways or different approaches of learning, right? So the way one prepare takes in, the way you prepare, the way you organize, the way you recall information, that's the strategy. The way strategy is something that works for you. Everyone has his or her own strategy to enhance knowledge. Use the one that helps you to remember the best. I might be using the same mnemonics and they might be working for me. Someone can be using cell phone just to listen to her or his record when he was studying or she was studying, and that really works. That might works for her, but it might not work for me. That is the strategy to gain one, to recall information, approaching a way of learning. So these are the examples. So yeah, we go to study stars, sorry, your study stars. One used to get information in, out, out of the brain. Study styles is based on one's style. Choose strategy that works for you. You know what? In study styles, we have different people. We are different, right? So because we are different, uh, we have different IQ levels. So we have different types of students. This is very much important because they might ask you, especially on term one's work. They might ask you maybe in your because for term one, I think for term one there are assessments for activities in order to get those 90 marks. There are going to be three activities, 30 marks each, three activities, then plus one for your physical education for 10 marks in order to make 100%. So we have auditory students. We have auditory students. We have your auditory students. These are students that can hear something or those music, always putting their self a headphone or earphone in their ears, acquiring knowledge, singing songs. There's your auditory students. We have visuals. These ones, visuals, they use pictures. I can use a tree to remember maybe tropism, a life science to remember something, using pictures, memorizing, visualizing things in my own opinion in order to understand something else. And we have kinesthetic learners, students or learners. These ones, kinesthetic, these ones, they can use anything, their body, in dancing, use their hands, their fingers to count things in order to remember, use body languages, expressions. They can shake their heads, they can do anything that allows them in physical to acquire knowledge, to remember something. So those are your study stars. So let's go and recap. So we learned that study skills, this is the best skill that you acquire in order to do it. And remember, study skills are very much important in any grade. You must know your study skills. That's why they say develop your own study skills. You must have your own study skills, and it's different. Everyone is unique. So your study skills are the best learning skills, best learning experience, and your strategies are the way of learning, right? The way of learning that help you to remember better. Your study styles is the way you acquire knowledge in either listening, in either visualizing, in either dancing. Yeah, those are your study skills.